Well, as I was saying, my rub is not any better than anybody else's rub or any other recipe for rub. It's just, it's just rub. You can use any kind of rub you want. Doesn't matter. Really doesn't. But this is what I got. So I made this much here. Looks like I have to shake it around a little bit. And I'm just going to refill it so I can put the rub on the chicken. Okay. Alright. So let's get this started here. Sorry. I'm sure you want to see this a little bit. So do I. There we go. Okay. See the rub's starting to clump up a little bit in there, so I'll try to break it up. And basically, what's in a rub is, sugar, and that's what's clumping up. The sugar is clumping up. I specifically like to use brown sugar versus the just refined white sugar myself. That's just me. That's what I like to use in my rub. It's just brown sugar, and that's just my preference. So I'm trying to just break up the clumps here so they can be used. There we go. Okay, and so I'm gonna have to do the same here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, this is really boring to watch, isn't it? Go ahead and skip forward a little if it's too boring. I don't blame you. But, skip with reason. You don't want to miss out on everything. It could be something that could be really beneficial for you guys to help you in your cooking endeavors. There's nothing like, I never really cooked before. And when I started to, there's some kind of self-gratification of creating something out of just raw, material stuff that you purchased. You're turning something that kind of looks like, well, let's see what chicken looks like when it's not cooked. It's just, that's what chicken looks like, not cooked. And so, if you look at it, it's just, not very attractive. Just a piece of flesh of an animal, of a bird. But to a person who knows how to add a good taste to their food, it could be very delicious. So that's my point, anyway. So there's my rub. Okay, awesome. Got my rub done. So this is just been chilled in the refrigerator. Bought this yesterday. And so I'll just, guess I'll pop it with my finger. Just pop with my finger and just dump it in here. Or just take a scissors if that doesn't work and just start cutting away. There we go. And just put it in here just to rinse it off. And there's the drumsticks here. So got the drumsticks going. There we go. I kind of did it with the warm water here. That's all right. And then let's see here. Let's do the thighs now. We'll get the thighs going. So let's just put the thighs in here just to rinse them out. Anything that might have, touched it. So just give it a good rinsing. Of course, you can totally skip this step. You don't need to rinse any of this really. If you don't want to, you can just totally just eat it just how it comes out. Just cook it. And it doesn't really matter. I've done that too before, but after seeing how sometimes things are done in a supermarket or in a butcher shop or in a packing place, I kind of had second thoughts of doing those kind of things, just eating it or just cooking it just right out of the bag. So there we go. Just kind of mix it up here, just to get it. Get any debris. If there's any germs there, hopefully kill off any germs, E. coli, salmonella, whatever. It's kind of like a warm water, so just kind of loosen it up a little bit. Okay. So after this, I'll probably just rinse everything here. So I'll probably get this towel's been used already, so it's going to be washed. So rinse that like that. Okay, and so next step, let's get a container, put the chicken in, and I rinsed it here. So stainless steel bowl. I love these stainless steel bowls. They just come really super duper handy. And so let's just grab them and put them in there. Yeah, so they've loosened up quite a bit. Good. They're not so tight. That's wonderful. So when I do the rub, it allows me to really get into these places here if they're really loosened up. Of course, the drumsticks don't need to be that loosened up. The thighs, I like to do that to get because the rub is going to penetrate into the meat. It doesn't really penetrate on the skin here, so it's kind of really going to make this really taste good. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. That's really going to be good. Going to be able to get the rub in there. So let's just. All right. So. Let's get that drained out. And always try to clean as you go too. That way you don't look like a slob. Anyways, clean that up a little bit. Some soapy water. It's warm. Good. Let's be sanitary here. Decently sanitary, anyway. Alright, so the chicken's all good. And so I kind of prep the chicken like this. I'll put the rub outside, and you'll see why I put the rub outside. This is the cutting board. I used to have a longer, bigger cutting board, but as you see, it fell off. So this is my cutting board. So let's see, this is going to be, whew, sucker's a little heavy here. Good, excellent. Put that in there, needs to be washed. Wow, it's heavy. Anyways. There we go. I don't want the dogs to follow me. Anyways, let's see where we're going to put this. We'll just put this right over here. That's a big piece. Move some of these blocks down somewhere else. Give us a little bit more room. Alright, there we go. Now we're able to do some work here. So now I'm going to get my rub. And the reason why I'm going to rub the outside, or do the rubbing on the outside instead of inside the house, is mainly because I can just take a hose and just water it down. So that's kind of why. So let's go ahead and do this. So we're gonna have some fun here. All right. Okay. And basically just start sprinkling away at this stuff, you know. I'm probably just not going to do too much. Do it very lightly, you know. Let me see. Let's grab a thigh here. Really want to rub the part of the inside of the thigh. Yeah, there we go. Get that all done up the inside, and then inside just sprinkle it just to give it the good right texture. You know, I mean, that's all you can do when you got the skin on. It doesn't really penetrate the skin that much, so on the outside right here. So just giving it a good rub. There we go. I'll just do the legs first here. Alright. Okay, what is this? A thigh. Alright, grab the thigh. That's cool. Oh yeah. Get the inside of here really good. And then just a little sprinkle on the outside. Keep it busy. Stack it on. And then they should be able to cook really fast since they're really soft now. They should be really softened by now. So putting in some of that warm, not hot, but warm water just to get it loose. There we go. There's the thigh. I'll get the inside first. Yeah. know, just imagine doing it inside your house. I mean, I guess you could. People have done it, but you know, I can just don't have to be really neat about it. Like I said, when I'm done, I just take a hose and hose everything down. That's what's just great about having an outdoor kitchen. Is you can do that kind of stuff here. Can't. I guess you can do that inside too, but I just don't know if that's what you would really want to do. You know, if anybody wants to YouTube that, I'll watch it. That's for sure. Oh goodness. There we go. Get the sides here. These things just open up to you. Look at that. You can just get on the inside there. Really good. Oh, yeah. Look at that. They just open up. They're just opening up. Just get on the inside. Oh, yeah. There we go. I wish my cutting board was a little bit bigger. Carry this stuff, but oh well. I just need someplace to stack it. I can put it back into the bowl if I need to. Dump out a little bit of dirty water there. There we go. Drumstick. Let's finish off the drumstick. I don't know if I have a place to put the drumstick, but that's alright. I'm sure it'll fit somewhere. Okay, there we go. Look at that. I'll just let it sit there for a little bit, and I'll just dump this. Let's see, what are we going to do with this? I'll just dump it in the fireplace. I don't think anybody's going to be eating out of here, so. Alright. Man, that's kind of big to. It's already slipped in there, so I'll just go ahead and just put everything back in here as good as I can. Because I'll just use two hands, it doesn't really matter. Alright. I'm going to let it sit there for a little bit, just let it soak up some of that rub. Yeah, there we go, just let it soak up some of that rub. Okay. Alright, there we go. Let the juices flow out here. There we go. Alright. So the rub is done. Rinse my hand a little bit. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Oh, I'm good with my foot. There we go. I always have a little handy dandy, rag with me to dry off my hands here. So, alright. Okay. So let that go a little bit. See right there? Just let that go a little bit, and we'll go ahead and start the fire here. Now, if you've seen my other episodes, probably seen me start a fire, but again, this is uncut, unedited, first person, seeing how I see it. So every time you start cooking with a barbecue, you always start a fire. I mean, you don't say, hey, last week I started it. Why don't we just rewind to last week and start cooking again. You know, you don't do that. Start a fire. If you're new to this, you're gonna love this idea. If you've seen it before, you'll probably just enjoy watching it. Okay, so and my hatchet. Probably need a hatchet here. So hatchet just creates a spark. My little burn-o-matic. So okay, hatchet and some wood. Having some wood doesn't, you know. It's always good to have some wood. There we go. Throw that in there, and then I usually get these blocks here. They're really solid. I usually get two. Let's get one big one and small one. And that kind of helps quite a bit. Alright. I'll put the big one in first. So let me put my gloves on now. And what I'm going to do is just, I like these gloves. They fit really nice. They don't tear. Use them for food, use them for painting. And I get to just, and I love these gloves too, and I can just put them on under each other. Voila. So I could take them off, and then voila, your hands don't get dirty. Now some of you don't mind getting your hands dirty. I know some of you guys out there don't mind having your callous hands and everything, but my wife likes my soft hands, and I like my soft hands on her, so try to keep them soft. Okay, so let's just, so I'm gonna just put one in there as far as I can, and put this in here next. As far as that, oh, not too, like about right there. That's good. And then let's take this out. It's just a plywood to cover it to prevent my dogs from licking the grill. I like to put their heads on here, and it's kind of low, and they rub their head right up here, and what happens is it's, you know, like any barbecue pit, it gets blackened, right? So you could kind of see how. So they put their head and their foreheads rub against here, and all of a sudden they got this unibrow over their forehead, and that's how I know they've been trying to lick the barbecue pit. And then, you know, they try to act so innocent, like, you know, me? Lick the barbecue pit? No way. And they got this big unibrow. Anyways. I started cutting up some pieces here. Get it started. Remember to watch your fingers when you do this, if you do this. But if you do it right, it should just cut like butter. And watch your legs too, because you'll. It's not that sharp. It's kind of blunt, but still, I'm sure it would hurt if you did it. If you ever get to this point, remember to move your hands out of the way. You gotta be fast. Or if you just let it stand like this, just do that. Alright, cool. So I've got some pieces here. Let's see how many more pieces I can get. Now, if I ever cut my hand, I'll put it up on the video. I mean, that's how it is. Uncut, unedited. Probably won't be the same day, but I'll put it up there. That way you all learn something. What not to do. Okay. So anyways, let's open up the grill. Alright. And let's go ahead and just put these in a little bit diagonal here. Oops, sorry. Put them in a little bit diagonal. Whatever works. And then put the other ones in the other way, a little bit diagonal as well. Just kind of creates good ventilation for the fire to start. That's all it does, you know. And then do it again, like a cross hatch here, cross hatching, and that should get you going with the fire at least. I should angle that a little bit more because what I like to do is once it gets started, I like to just push that in back towards the end there. I'll get it started. So, and then these other pieces I'll just have here just to you know, if I need more I could just do it. So today's not raining. It's actually pretty nice day. Not too hot. Got a little cold front coming in. If you're if I put this up pretty within a day or two, you'll know what I'm talking about. A lot of snow apparently in Colorado. Headed out towards the west, a little bit to the south, so a little windy and cold. So, all right, let's get the fire started. And now you've been waiting to watch this. Might as well just clean off the grill with a little fire. I already recently scrubbed it, so there we go. So I know you all seen this before. If you haven't, I'm sure you're enjoying watching this. So I'm just kind of burning off anything that might have been on there. Which the last time I did anything was I cooked some salmon up here, which if you watch my video episode on that, you'll see what I did. But other than some ashes here, which are starting to come out, looks like there's really nothing here. But I'll do it anyway, you never know. I want to make sure that the chicken isn't that dirty. Still want that nice little dark. With this, it's going to be a cross hatching mark, grill mark. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just all right. Let's start that fire now. I'll just leave it like this. It should catch on real quick since it's dry today. There we go. If you're wondering what kind of wood it is, I think it's probably just southern yellow pine, you know. Don't know if it makes a difference. I can't taste the difference. If y'all want to use something else, go ahead. Go to the store or go someplace and buy hickory or mesquite or apple wood or cherry wood or whatever you want to use. But this fire really never touches the food. It's just used to generate heat. That's all it does. Fat doesn't even drip on it or anything. It just generates heat. That's all I'm using it for. So I'm taking reclaimed wood here and turning it into energy. Basically, I'm burning it. So see how it's going. It's going by itself. Yeah, kinda. I'll just keep it on there just to make sure that it goes good. Because one thing, you know, I don't like is starting it, and then when I turn my back, it's dead. So if you want to know how this does on weeds, there's some weeds. There's a little plant right there. Could be a weed. There you go. That's what it does. So it works. Burning weeds is what it's originally used for, but it gets fire started really well as well. Okay, there we go. That was fun. So that's how I start a fire. And I think I'll do a video series on that little piece that I hook up to the propane tank and then I'm able to refill this if you're all interested on that. And that saves a lot of money, because I mean these are like $5, $6, sometimes $7. They're just 1 pound, I think, and you know, they go really fast, and then you know there's no real place to really refill them. So having that little piece of equipment, that little piece that fits on the propane, it saves a lot of money, and I use this all the time, so it's worth it for me. Maybe for some of you guys it's just a stupid little thing, but if you guys use a small little propane a lot, you'd probably be really interested in getting it. Alright, so, and I know some of you are really tired of me saying this, but some of you have already seen my videos, but for the new people, here's my playhouse. Made from used pallets, as you can see right here. Used pallets, pallet. I boarded this up, but there's a pallet there, there's a pallet here. You can see pallet. There's 2 pieces of pallet that I put a plywood on top of that. This is a pallet that I cut up, it's half a pallet. At least the bottom part. The top part is the plywood. It really supports this, so it's like having a pallet for the base, and then I put the plywood to put on top. This is all new material. Trying to use this with the used pallet was kind of hard. It wasn't long enough. So, but some of this plastic piece here, that was a recycle used material that I used to build this. Shingles are from the pallets themselves, the boards. So, hope you enjoyed that. Alright, so once I got that in there, chicken's still absorbing the rub, which is fine. Now, just gotta grab my utensil and start putting it in there and warm it up. So, okay, this is probably what I'm going to be using here. This is what I'm going to use. Take my glove off, and I might just use my hands. I mean, what the heck, right? What the heck? Maybe I'll take off my gloves, but I'm not going to use my hands. The fire got started there, so I'll take this off, and what do you know, look at that, it's just ready to go. Although it's probably not that clean, but you know what, I'm not touching it. Anyways, looks decently clean enough. I could put on new gloves, but you know what, don't worry, you guys aren't going to be eating this anyway, so. Alright. Let's see, how do I want to align this before this thing gets a little too hot. Sorry. Okay. So I got the fire started here, as you can see, and if you're wondering why I put the blocks down here, is eventually the heat from this top part here, eventually catches the bottom parts of the block will eventually catch on fire, and what I like about it is that it burns top to bottom, so it's just slowly going to be burning its way down, and it really helps maintain some of the heat in this kind of barbecue pit oven here. So maybe I'll just go ahead and use my hands just to pick it up so I can place it. Excuse me if you're not able to really see this, but it's starting to get smoke in my eyes here, so. Let's start putting the legs up on here. I guess for the drumsticks, it doesn't really matter how you place them. Maybe it does. But I'm just trying to put them in there really quick as possible to smoke is getting in my eye. But when it comes to the thighs, you want to put this side down, skin side up, because apparently the fat is in the skin or right under the skin, and you want that to drip down into the meat. So there's your tip of the day. Now you just forward all the way up to the when I finish cooking it. So let's do a row of thighs and then a row of drumsticks, or a row of thighs, a row of drumsticks. About 3 of those versus 6 or 7 of these here. So hopefully you're getting some idea of what I'm doing here, and maybe you already know, maybe you don't. Hopefully you're enjoying this. If you're not, there's not much I can do about that, but sorry, what can I say? Life sucks, alright? For all you people who are negative, life sucks. For all you people who are positive, isn't this just great? Aren't we having fun? Okay, so just gonna mix it up a little bit. Let's go and just put you there. Now the thing about the way I cook is, and I like this type of way of cooking, is once I put it on, that's it. I don't turn it, I don't touch it, I don't do anything else. I just watch it, make sure the temperature is not too hot, not too low, but I don't turn the chicken over or anything like that. It just stays here, and the fire never touches it. It's all the heat. It's cooking this thing up really good. And that's what it should be doing. There's sort of a little room back here. I guess I'll put you right over here. So I'm going to give this, if you want to know about how long it takes, I would say about 90 minutes, an hour and a half. Give yourself that much time to cook this thing, and you should be all right. Maybe a little bit longer if you let the fire go down a little bit. It's my compost. I just dump all the spices here to my little compost here, and yeah, I think that much time should definitely do it for you. All right. There you go. Look at me, rinsed off all the. This is how you clean. Just do this. There we go. I'll just dump it. That's what's great about having a deck is, water just goes right under it, and just dump this thing. Voila. I'll just put some water in here so I can rinse my hands every now and then. It's all going to be cleaned anyway, so it doesn't really matter. There we go. Rinse my hands right now. Just a little bit. There we go. So it looks like the fire is getting a little low here, so I'm going to put some more in it. You can see that the bottom pieces of the blocks here, they're catching on fire, so should be able to get really warm here really soon. So I'm gonna still let the heat escape. I'll go ahead and put this on now, since I got all my chicken there, and you can see the thermometer here should be rising now that I got this closed. So I'm gonna have it around 300 to 400 in between. Have it go in there, and the way this thing works, and I didn't really design it that way. It just kind of worked out that way, but I didn't know anything about grilling, barbecuing, or anything. I kind of got this design off the internet here. Original design was 8 foot by 4 foot to be the whole thing to be grill, and you got the expanded metal to be 8 foot by 4 foot. You just put it right on top, and you just shove wood under. A little too big for me, but originally I was going to just put the wood here, or just put the wood here and just try to get the fire going. But it was really tough, and then I said to myself, well, what if I put it in the corner and maybe use both the bottom and the top? And it started working out, and I noticed it created a convection here. Cold air gets sucked in here, fuels the fire. That's why you see the fire kind of just blowing in this way. Hot air rises, comes out, and comes through, and it kind of goes in this way, not this way per se, but a little sideways. Because if you look on top, you can see the fire coming up, and the heating the metal, which is causing it to kind of burn off some of the oil I put on to protect it from rusting. So it burned off the oil, but you can see how it's in a pattern going this way, and so it's circulating. So that's how I kind of know that the heat will circulate this way. So, alright, so it looks like I need to put more wood in there. I should do that before the wood starts going away. So there we go. And there's a knot. Doesn't really do well with knots. So there we go. A knot on the bottom. So all right. There we go. Let's just throw that baby in there. I want to wear my gloves. Whenever I do work like this, even though I got these gloves on, and I really want to put these gloves on because they just feel so right. Yeah, there we go. Gets a little smoky when you start putting some new wood in there, but give it some time. All the smoke will go away eventually. Go. So that should start building up here, and I'm going to try to get it up to 350. Usually I'll try to get up to 350, then put the food in, but you shouldn't start your time until it gets up to 350, and then start your time at 90 minutes, because this is going to cooking the food whatsoever. So now you got this left over. Of course, saying, what do you do with this? Well, I'll just take this and put this somewhere else, and we'll grab the hose. Man, it's kind of fun, actually. I never thought cooking would be like fun like this, but it is. Cooking can be fun. Get yourself an outdoor kitchen, and yeah, you're ready to. Wow, there you go. See, look at that. Look at that. Just. Could you imagine if you could do this inside your kitchen? Just take a hose to it, wash it down, let it air dry. There you go. Just let all the other parts just fall through the cracks. since you're outside, just let the bugs eat it or whatever else eat it. I mean, it's better than in your house, having bugs in your house. I think I have a good relationship with the bugs. I give them some food by rinsing off my, cuttings and everything, and giving them the compost. And they just don't come into my house. I think they respect that. If you're too greedy and you keep all the food in the house, they'll start coming in and invading your home. So compost kind of really helps. Doesn't stink, and the bugs, they stay over there and not in here. So, alright, let's grab some more wood because I need to get that fire really going here. Let me see here. Where are we at? We're at 200. Okay. We're at 200. Decent, but not quite good where we want to be. Okay. So we'll just shove some more in. And it's okay to be a little bit hot, maybe on the 400, sometimes over. I would say when you get to 500, you're a little too hot. You're definitely burning that chicken way too much, or any kind of food. Although I think prime rib, you can get this up to 500, maintain it for like half an hour to an hour. You can cook some good prime rib in here, but I don't know if I can maintain that heat for that long. I mean, I've gotten it up that high. Sometimes I've gotten it up to 600, but it doesn't last. I can't get it. I don't know if I can get it to go like that for half an hour to an hour. So maybe that's why we cook food in the range of 300 to 400, or 300 to 500, somewhere in that range, because original people who cooked food used wood. So there we go. So that's going, and as long as we can keep it going that way, I think we'll be all right. The bottom blocks are burning pretty good. I'm trying to see if I can just shove them in there a little bit more. Bottom blocks are burning really good, and they don't like burn as high as this top part right here, but they really help maintain that heat at a more consistent level. So that's kind of why I do that. And so it looks like we're going up to 250. So 250, moving to 300. So it'll probably be around 350 is where it's probably going to stop and kind of hover around there. And that's kind of where I want it, 350. And that's the temperature here. So most likely the temperature down here is not quite that hot. If it's 350 here, maybe it's 300 here. But obviously the heat has to escape, so it's going to eventually come down out of here. You can see how some of the smoke is coming out. And then this part right here is the drip pan, and you can see some of the fat already dripping out. And before I didn't have this, there's two of these, one in front and one in the back. I put them up there. Probably the ants were eating all that fat, so it doesn't matter, but I just wanted to put something there to kind of keep the grill clean and easy to maintain. And I don't know if you can see this, but there's this part right here. Originally I designed this to be something else, but I found this to be a good spacer between the fire and the grill. That way the fire doesn't spill over to the rest of the grill. It'll stay in this area and won't warp the grill where I'm cooking. Right, so I guess, I'm not gonna torture you guys with watching this thing cook for 90 minutes. So I'll cut out here, and so you get to maybe see the end results after all. And so if you stay tuned for the next episode, you'll see how it comes out. There's nothing for me to do here. There's no mopping or basting or anything. You just leave it alone. Let the heat cook the food, and it will. You'll be surprised. The fire is there. The food is there, and you can see that food right there. See the chicken. But yeah, it cooks. It really works. If you can, try doing this yourself, and you'll see. But anyways, I'll just cut out. And if you want to get on to the next episode, go ahead. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see all the new videos I have coming out. I'll probably do I do a lot of videos, and they're very long because they're uncut, unedited, all first-person view. Anyways, thanks. Bye.